It's the building that was opened the year the franchise became known as the Titans. Welcome to Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Hello, everybody. Alongside Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, let's dive right in. What are you looking forward to in this one?
Yeah, just about everything, Kate. But these are two such evenly matched teams. You and I know there's going to be 2, 3, 4 plays in this game that will likely define the outcome. That is the beauty of the NFL each and every weekend. Each and every Thursday and Sunday and Monday night, they come down to a couple plays. Who will they be? What will they be? When will they be? Tune in and watch.
Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set!
They send a receiver in motion right.
Ready?
And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
That's one of those plays when you call it, you expect to get decent yards every time.
Let's go!
Seeing it stop at the line, man, that's deflating offensively.
Ready?
On the shotgun, Penix. That's complete to Jackson. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Stopped by Deion Henley.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the
Ready up!
passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Set, go!
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. Cuts it to the right sideline. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
Go!
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. That was Micah Parsons making that play. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go! Go!
Penix here from the gun. This is reeled in by Jackson. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf,
Let's go
I think
now.
this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
That kind of call right there, Kate, shouldn't be the 3rd down surprise it used to be 5, 10, 15 years ago. So common in teams' playbooks league-wide. But boy, is it tough to defend. And that's why they love breaking it out to reset those chains.
He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. A very productive play from the rookie QB out of Washington. That gets them a 1st down.
On the set! Set!
They'll run it. This is A.J. Dillon. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Six-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
A toss play to Dillon. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the 6-yard gain. That sets up first and goal.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks.
Come on.
I'm looking for that to be called again.
Ready, ready.
Penix. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now it'll be third and goal. This our last play of the quarter.
Set. Ready.
Third down. They're dialing up the touch pass here. Touchdown, Miami. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here.
Oh, it's a fake. They're going to flip it to the kicker. He's going to throw. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Our score, 6-0. More Madden Ultimate Team action coming up on EA Sports. Could have been 7 if they tried the point after, but instead, they only call on him to boot this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
Got it. Ready?
We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. They'll try to
Here we
attack
go.
this
Set.
deficit
Set, go.
starting with 1st and 10. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Let's go. Hut.
On the ground again with Johnson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Go.
Left side gets it out quick, and it's caught. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Go. Hut, hut.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Titans will have a first down. That's the 2-minute warning in what has been a defensive battle. It's the Titans
Okay, break.
who have 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Penix to throw. That pass complete to Moss. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
Ready.
They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Hey, smash. Ready.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Ready.
They'll motion Jefferson left.
Ready.
Here he is on third and long. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down. The Titans going with a field goal unit here. He'll try to connect on a 50-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Set. Ready.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Stopped by Deion Henley. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. To give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Titans will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Penix now on 1st down. Throw left side, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans take the lead just before halftime. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Titans take a 4-point lead. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Jackson now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
They'll send him over right.
Go.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
Ready, set.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Roll. Set. Hut.
Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody And maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
Penix on first down. He's trying to push the field. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Let's go.
Penix working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Ready.
Receiver in motion, headed right.
Ready.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And this one doesn't go far. He gets two out of it, but it's going to be fourth down.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. And it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball.
Oh, my goodness, they're faking it from their own end zone. Oh, no, disaster. It's intercepted. And the Titans have it at the 24, following the turnover.
Not every fake is destined for the highlight reel, and that one's going to probably make the low light reel. They were all over that one from the start. Picked up the targets and coverage just about anywhere they threw it. An interception was possible.
Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining.
Ready.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Go. Check smash. Check smash. Dragon 60. Ready.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Check go.
Now an inside give to Johnson. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Hurt.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out.
Rig alert. Hut.
Here's Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Sixty Maverick. Go.
Now Penix on 3rd and goal. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
And he works his way for a gain of 4.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. Not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
Come on, set! 79 Bronco!
Running back sent in motion. They just get the play on. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this third quarter. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. It's Dolphins ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode. They trail to start the fourth.
On the ready!
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Ready! Ready.
And again, it's Penix. Can't connect on the short throw. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So now it's going to be third and long. We send a man in motion. Looking to throw. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
I am not sure how we didn't see a safety right there. Oh, my gosh. I don't think I'm the only one nervous in the building because that QB kept going back and back. It was heading right for disaster, but saved himself just a couple yards short.
So on fourth down, outruns J.K. Scott to send it skyward. Not much room, and he doesn't get a lot of leg behind it. Trying to locate it. Oh, no! He lost it! They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Here we go!
Penix looking to pass. A crucial mistake late. It's intercepted. And the Titans will be down inside the opposing 35 as they take over after that interception. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a third in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators,
Let's go!
you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Ready!
That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Titans holding a 4-point lead. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Go!
Here's Johnson again. He breaks a tackle. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Here we go! Go!
Setting up to pass. Connects with Johnson. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to
Let's
him,
go now.
and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Second down now, 7 to go.
Ready!
Johnson up the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Option play. They give it to Barkley. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Ready, right?
Back to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So here in Nashville, they
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Open man is Michael Irvin, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Ah, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on. Because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Stroud sets up the play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Play action. Stroud now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Penix. Now a screen set up for Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Up the middle, Johnson. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll throw with Penix. Titans. Chris Johnson, 32 yards. And the Titans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Play action. Here's Stroud. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
A first down carry here for Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go to Johnson again. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Penix. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 4th down. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Michael Penix
Scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the Titans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Stroud off the play fake.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And Stroud now to throw.
That ball caught. Hits the playmaker, Michael Irvin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud to throw it.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now Stroud.
And that's incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So it's a sloppy beginning for them. An interception on their opening drive and now a missed field goal here on drive number 2.
Doesn't feel like they've shown up yet. It's been a very flat start. And against a team like this, you just can't let that happen.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Penix.
Screenplay, Johnson. A beautiful fake.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
A play fake. Now Penix.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Osa Odigizua with the effort there to earn the sack.
On third down, Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through.
They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum. Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
To the air, Penix. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
And looking to throw, Penix.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Johnson.
They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They run. It's Johnson. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. Johnson kept out of the end zone on 4th down. And his Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Stroud out of the gun here.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Final play of the half, Stroud.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick six to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick six. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
It's one of the loudest venues in the National Football League. We're inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, home of the Chiefs. With Greg Olson, Mike Tirico up here in the booth. So glad that you are along with us. Greg got a couple offenses here that love to take their shots down the field, so the defenses really have their task right in front of them if they want to win this game.
Yeah, no question. I think as many of the matchups that we've dove into this entire week, it really comes down to which defense puts a lid on the opposing passing game and prevents as many big plays as possible. We see it week in and week out. The correlation between generating big plays, especially through the air, directly leads to the ability to score points. So make teams go the long way. You know, the defensive old saying is make them snap it again.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Ready!
Right to the air is Richardson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And
Let's go!
that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. They got there in a hurry, didn't they?
Ready.
I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
That's pulled in. Najee Harris. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
And he is very close to the first down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And he's going to have the Chiefs' first down. They managed to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Got it! Ready? Come on, come on!
From the gun, Richardson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. The tackle is going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
He'll get this out to his running back.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Shut up!
Out of shotgun, Richardson. A pass taken in by Harris. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He'll get down to the 15-yard line. They send the tight end in motion.
Go!
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off. It's DeMar Hamlin.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Go!
So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. A give, and here's Johnson. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Johnson. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Ready, ready.
Here's Richardson. He's going to tuck it and go. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. And the Chiefs have a 1st down.
Ready. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Check go.
Looking to throw. Richardson. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter. All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Ready.
A 2nd down throw for Richardson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. So,
70
after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Ready.
On play action, Richardson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively, it'll set up a fourth down. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Chiefs get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And it's a poor kick here. Doesn't even make the landing zone. So that means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10 up at the 40.
Here we go, set! Ready?
From the gun, it's Penix. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how.
This is intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
So just a lone field goal accounting for the scoring in the first half. 3-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I think we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. Just one score, one lone field goal. All these two teams could muster in half number 1. What awaits us here in the second half? He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Ready, ready!
In motion, it's Jefferson.
Ready, ready!
On 1st and 10, it's Penix. A pass taken in by Johnson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Ready, ready!
2nd down and 8. On the give, it's Johnson. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
Here we go, here we
Here
go!
now, 3rd and 5. From the gun, here it in trouble, and down he goes. Za'Darius Smith forcing his way in to bring him down. The Titans punting unit comes out to the field. He'll punt for the 2nd time after hitting a beauty in his first effort. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Get it! Get it!
Richardson. That's complete. It's Odunze. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback.
On the set.
The defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
That's to Odunze again. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Let's go now. Go.
Richardson operating from the pistol. He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Ready up.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
70 Lions. Ready, ready.
Throwing, Richardson. A pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his
Cowboy
passes.
80.
So can't let that last incomplete
go,
break
set.
what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Set. Set, go.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. That's taken in. And he's going to have the Chiefs first down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot based on what the receivers do off the line. But
trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
Every time a quarterback is sacked, everyone kind of looks around at the offensive line and like, oh, come on, guys, pick it up. I don't think this was on the O-line at all. I think the quarterback is holding on to the ball too long. You know what they say, Mike? Sacks, those are quarterback stats.
It is 3rd and 10.
Ready.
Tight end going in motion here. He'll find Chase. That's complete. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is,
Ready.
because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Let's go.
They'll go, and it's Harris. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly.
Let's go
He
now.
knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Ready.
Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 31-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment.
Okay, ready?
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10.
Go!
Johnson. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Ready?
Second down, 8 for the first down.
Rig it! Hut, hut.
They'll go with Johnson. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Got his man at the 6. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. They'll run with Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Extra point attempt still to come. He's got it. And the Titans move out to a 7-3 lead. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. A safe kick taken at the 5. And their drive will begin at yard line. Here's first down.
Set!
They'll drop to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Richardson to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Go!
Now Richardson. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one